Well, they waited very patiently for me this morning. Hi, Stripey. It's a good boy. Come get something to eat with your friends. I had a situation where Tux and Morris accidentally had their head in the same bowl for a minute, though. It ended okay. We did not have rain last night, but we had this much dew. Like everything is wet like we had rain. Wow. And it's very warm out here again today. Very warm. Well, it's pretty calm this morning. A little bit of wind. I don't see Gypsy yet, which is actually good because I'd prefer these guys to eat, fall back asleep, and then Gypsy quietly come up and eat like she has been. I mean, maybe they would let her up, but probably not. We'll see. I'll keep an eye out for her. So one of the things that the documentation for the light show that Tesla put out there on GitHub talks about is how to run a light show sequence validator script, and they have written it in Python. So I had previously gone through the steps to install Python for stuff I was doing in Robotics Club, Computer Club, both in running some programs in Minecraft that would do cool things, and actually programming the EV3 robot using Python. So I didn't have to install Python, and I already had Python 3.9 installed, so no problem, right? So the first thing that you have to do if you want to run this is install Python and get it working. But they provide the program here, and I didn't right off the bat see a way to save it. But anyway, I just highlighted the whole thing and put it in my clipboard, and then I went out in the idle editor, and I just did file, new file. I dropped it in there, did a copy, pasted it in there, and then saved it, calling it what they called it, validator.py. And then it took me just a minute to figure out how to run it. Instead of just run, you've got to run customize, and it allows you to pass a command line argument, which I did, and that gave me the anticipated output. Let me come back over here to the instructions. Quickly finding where that was listed. So it tells you what the expected output is supposed to look like, how many frames, the step time, which it told us to use 20 ms, so I don't know why, how long the show runs, and the percent of available memory used. So I forget the total number of frames allowed. Maybe we can go look that up in a minute, but I'm only at like close to 25% of the available memory. It's a 4-minute show, but that's just going off the duration of the song. My actual time is about up to a minute. I'm doing the Bee Gees Dance, 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 or You Should Be Dancing. But I really just want to get through the first chorus of You Should Be Dancing with the windows and the lift gate and maybe the mirrors all moving. It's coming along pretty good. I would play it for you, but of course that music is copyrighted. But yeah, it has gotten up to be quite a sizable file at this point. You can see a lot more commands here than previous files. This sequence here goes around the front of the car 3 times is what that is doing. So that's pretty cool. This here causes all the lights on the front of the car on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And then of course before I had the just left right, which is what this kind of stagger's doing. So I figured out a couple new patterns. But anyway, if you have Python installed, running that validator script is helpful and not that big a deal. And if you need help from a friend that has Python installed to validate your FSEQ file, just let me know. I've been sitting here working on the light show and validating the light show, and over a couple hours now. I need to get moving. Gypsy is here eating. I'm just trying to get a little closer to the door. Talk near her a little bit. Hello, pretty kitty. Hello, pretty kitty. Hi. Well, that's good that you're not running off that quick. Hi, Gypsy. Hi, pretty kitty. Hello. You don't need to be afraid and run off. Good girl. Yes, yes, I still love you. No worries. All right. I'm going to get back to this, and I'm not sorting today. I'm really going to work on it. I didn't get the parts I needed. I still don't have the red columns, but I've got to finish the floor and decide on the furniture. And that's, you know, probably an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of work. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to work on. Don got delayed going on his walk this morning, and we are going to go. We're just going later in the day today. It's 1:30 and Don just got off the conference call. I've kind of got a plan, but we're going to stop and go for our walk now, and then I'll work on it some more in a bit. Hey, Marty, it looks like a good day for a nap, buddy. He just got a belly rub. How bad can it be? It's humid. It's humid. It feels like August. It's humid.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Normally 70-degree days in December get this kind of a feeling. This is what we had the other day with that nice clear blue skies, dry air. That's not the normal 70-degree day we get in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's gray like a February day, but it's humid like an August day, all combined into one day. It's weird. Can you see it better today? You can't see it today either? Here, I'll help. All these technology pieces.
Yeah, they're giving me grief, sweetie.
So there's the one that we've seen working out here this week, and then late yesterday we saw this John Deere come in. I think when we were going in and out to, well, I must have been on our way out for our bike ride, or on the way home after we left the trail in the morning.
Yeah, we saw him bring this one.
Yeah, and this one is substantial but has a short arm. And that one's pretty substantial but has the longer arm. So still not sure what all's going on up there. Maybe when they're not working today, maybe on the way back out of the trail, we'll walk up far enough just to take a peek. It's a young boy over there with a radio-controlled car having fun in the pine needles on that hill. A bunch of parents and kids on the playground. A bunch of cars in the parking lot. And Don needs to de-stress. Some job failed at work this morning and caused a lot of stress. Yeah, pretty bad morning for Don. So he wants to do his hit. He's determined to de-stress and feel better.
Right.
One. Two. Bluebirds down there on the fence on the yellow tubing. Three. All the birds are looking for nesting spots.
That's 4, right?
This is B4 at the bottom, yep. Don and I were both saying neither one of us was feeling rip-roaring. That's 5. We'll call her 6.
We'll call that 6.
Well, 2 commentaries. Number 1, I'm not surprised to see a bunch of new electronics in here after the Christmas holiday with people getting new stuff. And number 2, I'm glad that it's not along the side of the road and will be hauled off to an appropriate electronics recycling facility. At least we can hope so. And I guess number 3, it's not dumped along the side of the road, so it's all good. But it was not that full yesterday or the day before. Well, I don't know. It's not super clear to me what's going on.
Just scrape the bottom, improving it a little, make it a little deeper.
Wider? I don't know. I mean, the water's obviously coming in over here. This pipe, you can hear it. It's pretty fast running. And one would think there was a drain down in there somewhere. Sometimes they get clogged. I see a lot of muddy water coming in from that spot. The water it's dumping in there is muddy. So it looks like the big drain is all the way on the other end down by the John Deere, Donnie. You can't see it where you are. The big overflow drain is down there by the John Deere.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know. Obviously, they're working to make this retention area better. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, the way it looks, the way you scrape the bottom, they must have gotten down in there. Or Bobcat or something is down there because the bottom's really flat.
Yep.
I just can't imagine them have done that.
Right, from up where they are.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, well, we'll check it out again sometime, a few days next week, and because inquiring minds are just curious. Well, mine says 2.67 miles and 22 minutes, 37 seconds per mile.
I've got 2.96 miles, 6,593 steps, and the 20-30 per mile. And then over here, let's see, I've got 294 points. I don't know what that means.
Something good. Points are good.
Something good, yeah.
We came around the corner and the hawk landed on our neighbor's mailbox. Like I said, we've been hearing them. They were out there this morning when the alarm went off at 7. Like the first sound I heard was the hawk. So you can go forward. He's gonna fly. There's nothing to be done about it. Maybe stop again. Well, hello guys. Martin, you're playing with my light. Marty. Gonna come get you. It's not a cat toy.
Huh. Everything in life is a cat toy.
Hi, Tux. Hey, bud. Hi. Hello. Where are you going? Oh, what a stretch. Hi. Stripe's coming up behind me. I know he is. That never makes Tux too happy. He's hiding on the other side of the plant pot. Hi, bud. So Don figured out how to put the halo on high brightness, and it's much better to read now.
Yeah, you just go in there.
Yeah,
I got it on high.
Okay, way cool. I can read that. You can read that. That's good.
Yeah, well, this is muted sunlight, but it's probably still going to be a little tough to see in.
We'll check it again.
Yeah, we'll have to do it on a sunny day, but.
I added some minifigure Santa and 2 elves on the bottom of the front porch. I got the floor and all the furniture installed on the second floor here. That's totally done, down to the clock. Over here, I need more yellow square tiles. I'll have to order them. And I'm going to put a Christmas tree, a grandfather clock, and one more little girl minifigure in the back over there. And then this will be done. So I'll probably stick in the minifigures in the tree tonight, but I'll, you know, I gotta wait for the tiles to finish the tiles, and then I'm ready to build up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Make me work.
See, I think this is good for you. You'll get to take out your frustrations on your work day on the auger.
Yeah, I've been digging holes for myself all day, so I'm gonna switch gears and dig a hole for my sweetie now. Because I tell you, them holes I've been digging for myself, they suck. I mean, you cannot imagine how much I hate digging those kind of holes up for myself.
You know Don's a really good sport, right? Yeah. He is.
You ought to lug this thing.
It is heavy, but see, that's the whole thing. It's putting that weight down into the ground, right?
All right, I think you should probably...
I'd back up 4 inches. There you go.
All right, it says hold it up and get it going high speed.
And then insert it into the ground, huh? Oh wow, look at it go. I knew it was going to hit roots. It's got to be able to handle the roots. If it won't handle some roots, it won't do us a lot of good.
Yeah, really. Well, I think your root problem is not solved.
Aww. Well, it's not my fault we put it right where there was a root. There's a root everywhere.
I'm sorry, what?
I said it's not my fault we put it right where there's a root, and I said, but there's a root everywhere.
There's no place on this land there's not a root or a rock, or both, or all three. A root growing rock. Well, I would say it's okay for post holes out in the open, but if you got roots and rocks, I don't know. It's
It had so much potential.
yeah. Yeah, at this point,
Well, you made some progress that time.
yeah, well,
It's wearing you out as much as the post hole digger, though.
Yeah. Plus, I think the post hole digger are a lot less dangerous. Well, I'll go get the post hole diggers. Get all them roots out of there for me.
I got a lot of roots. That was a particularly rooty hole. See? Dirty fingers. Well, it did run better after I cut the roots out of the way.
Yeah, it did.
There was like a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch root on the side of that hole, and there was no way that thing was going to get rid of that. It seems to be doing better now.
That is high. Well, I think you might can, if I go get the pulse hole diggers or something, you can get it.
Well, you know, there's another root right there. Let me get that.
It's just a matter of getting the dirt out now.
I know, but let me get that one root. That root's like a 1-inch root. Well, I guess if you had 2 men and one was checking for roots and one was running the machine, you might be able to dig you a line of post holes with that thing.
Yeah, well,
maybe.
I guess if you have a nice tight hole, the auger will work the dirt up. But what's happening is, because
it's shaking it all over the place.
The hole is kind of enlarged.
Yeah.
The dirt's the auger's pulling it up, the dirt, and it's falling back in the hole. So that's why I was snatching it up, trying to get the dirt to come up out of the hole.
Sure, makes sense.
The dirt's actually very loose down in here.
Yep.
So it's technically, I think it is now deep enough for your
plant.
But I would say roots, and I'm sure rocks cause it just as much grief.
Yeah. Well, I took another 1-inch root out of that hole.
Oh yeah, well, this definitely is what happens if it hits roots. You've seen basically what happens with roots.
Well, at least the hole that got dug is pretty much the right size.
Yeah,
it's really close. Well, at least it made a hole big enough for 5-gallon rows.
Right.
At least it, yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Don's not going to be any happier about putting plants in the ground now than he was before.
That's right.
So if that was my goal, which it kind of was.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I learned this when I was probably 6 or 7.
Oh, here we go again.
Anything that involves dirt involves work. There is nothing that has dirt that doesn't involve work. So, look, we're not giving up. We're going to try it again with another spot. You know, I bet it'll do really good right there.
Well, we've already tilled there before and cut out roots and...
Well, yeah, but, you know, I'm sure it'll do
I've already worked...
Right
we've already worked that dirt a few times.
Yeah.
That's a pretty intense little bump. There go the windows. There goes the lift gate. Hiya! Mirrors. Quick flash. And right to left. So we saw that interview Elon did with Lex Fridman.
Yeah.
And we didn't see the whole thing. Not yet anyway. We saw the Rob Maurer abbreviated version, which I thought he did a good job. And anyway, so Elon seemed to confirm that yes, it may be driving better at night.
Yes, he did. He said you would be amazed at what the photons can pick out, or what how sensitive the cameras are.
So we're headed up to the post office. Don wants to put a letter in the actual box up there, and we thought it would be a good excuse to do a short little FSD video here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say today was day 2 without any significant internet hiccups. And we should be falling over from one to the other and load balancing between the two, the 5G and the house, without us noticing too much. So I would say it's doing a good job of that in the background.
I agree.
I went to upload today's files that I shot prior to the drive. So what I had so far, and it was about 2 hours, maybe 2.5, something like that. And that seemed totally normal and reasonable. You know, sometimes I was going to move the files around. It's telling me, well, I'll be done in 10 hours. I'm like, really? So, all is good. You're not in the beta. You are in the beta. That little circle is in the wrong spot and it's so darn tiny I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, I guess we need to do this.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, that's helpful also.
Okay, get over, Carl. I was talking to Jules. Love affair with that yellow line, baby. Never knew she liked yellow so well. So it must be her favorite color.
So I guess one of the reasons why I don't have as much trouble possibly reading the screen sometimes as others is because I do drive with my reading glasses on. Although...
I have my reading glasses on, I'm just not looking through them.
Right. Well, actually, when I'm looking up, I'm not looking through them either.
Hang on. That was a fail. There is no way she saw that car. I didn't say that she wouldn't stop, but that movement would have scared that guy to death.
Yeah. I don't like it when I'm coming past and cars are jumpy on the side streets.
Yeah. I mean, she may have jumped out there.
Thank you, Jules. Can you just sort of stop going into the left turn lane? That would be really great. It's clearly marked, visible paint, big arrow.
Well, you notice that that rise that changes, the elevation changes right there. It kind of sneaks up on her a little bit. Yeah.
Well, she's been handling this corner well.
Right.
She did find that even with the car there.
Right.
I mean, she handles that, but then she slows up after she's safe and past the, yeah, well, that's because of the 25. I don't know why she's doing that.
Yeah. Rob Maurer said he was in Iowa over the holidays and was taking his mother, and he did like a 35-minute drive from his brother's house to his mother's house, and with her and his mom in the car. And the only intervention he had to do was the speed limit thing. He had to speed it up to 55. It thought it was 25 or something like that. So he pulls up in front of the brother's house or the mother's house, whichever direction he was going. And the mother said, well, it didn't pull into the driveway. It just did this incredible feat. No interventions for like 30 miles, all kind of highway, country roads, city traffic, everything. It did a total mixture of driving dynamically, and yet when the thing that she commented on, it did pull into the driveway.
Yep.
Oh well.
Well, I guess that just shows you how good a job it did getting over there that she didn't even think about it.
Yeah, well, it did such a good job. Why did it pull into the
driveway?
Oh no, Jules, what is this all about?
We're not at the post office and we don't want to turn left.
Right.
And just to say here that there's no way possible that she could have been confused that turning left was a valid way to get to the post office. Yeah. So I'm not cutting her any slack on that deviation there. Well, the post office is clearly like a half a mile on the left. And there's just no way.
It's possible she was going around these cars.
Right. She may have thought they were not going to move with the stoplight.
She may not have saw the traffic light. Well, maybe with your video camera,
yeah, we can take a second look at that, because Don was basically at the light with his hand still on the wheel like he's supposed to, and she just started to veer to the left and move.
Yeah, she was trying to pull
She was
around.
at a stoplight and she was going somewhere.
Yeah.
Put on the turn signal. And,
places to go.
Yep, you guys are too slow up there. We're coming up on the post office. It won't be a tricky turn this time of day.
No, I don't think she was. There's somebody following me.
Yeah, I saw you jerked it out. You don't think she was going to do it?
I don't think she was going to do it. And that, like
right, well, she may not have turned. She doesn't turn into businesses well yet.
She doesn't do that well. I know, I think she should go down there, but I'm not.
Well, they're closed.
All right, you can navigate us to home.
Okay.
Where's the letters? Oh.
There's 3. Count them.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So I guess the right thing to do here is slide back over, and well, swiping down hasn't been.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Hasn't been working again. It still works in Ruby, but it doesn't work in Jules. All right.
I was watching the curbs.
Yep.
Well, this should be a pretty easy right turn for her. I see the curb. She actually moved away from it a little bit. So she says autopilot creeping forward.
There's a car there, sweetheart.
There's 3 cars coming.
Lots of cars.
Really slow cars. One of those purple Chargers or Challengers. They're not very fast.
He was doing this. Whoa! What in the world?
That's how you get out of a parking lot right there, baby. Woo! That's Tesla exiting the parking lot.
Yes, I believe that. One of our other friends said the same thing. It's basically when the car is taken off a little faster from certain stopped positions, and that was proof of the pudding right there, baby.
Pushed me back in the seat.
Yes, I do think there was a little G-force on that maneuver there.
That was some serious acceleration.
Hey, Jules, you're supposed to be watching that safety score.
If I didn't know any better, I think the traction control had to let off a little bit there so it wouldn't spin tires.
It was pretty significant takeoff. Yeah, there's got to be a fine line between driving like grandma and pretending you're on a racetrack. Let's aim for like 2/3 towards racetrack, not racetrack level.
You know, it's interesting. I wonder if she saw those headlights or recognized those were cars and then recognized there was a gap. And so she said, you know, if I'm making a right turn, those cars are going where I'm going or the direction I want to go. So I'm going to get out there and tuck in right behind them immediately.
Right. Insert myself.
Insert immediately, you know.
I don't know. I prefer she not take off quite that fast.
Well, it was a little unexpected.
I mean, even with you and your normal driving, you wouldn't have took off that quick.
That's right. That was faster than I would have exited the parking lot. That's right. Up here coming up is unprotected left. Yeah, 0.5 miles.
And she does say that's the way she's going to go.
Yeah. Wow, it's still 70 degrees out there. I don't know if it's going to cool off.
It's not supposed to significantly cool off for us until overnight Sunday. Monday morning will be...
Okay, the car's making a left turn up here, Jules. Do you see the car in front of the car?
We're back in 1080. The camera got hot.
Okay, so the lights caught us, but there's nobody behind me right now.
So you can be a little patient with her.
So I can be a little, well, I guess that car's going to be behind me. Oh, it's going the other way. She turned on the blinker, which is good.
I just don't know what Tesla's love affair is with these small fonts. Honest to God, they could have used another 1/2 inch of the top of the screen for larger font size and not taking anything away from the visualization driving.
Well, there's still nobody behind me, but don't worry, right before the light turns, somebody will come up because this is like, for some reason, being a really long light.
So Ruby still hasn't gotten an additional holiday update software release yet. Right, been waiting, hasn't happened.
Here we go. They're coming.
Yeah, well, they have their left turn signal alarms. No way. Really? Well, she did good there. She saw that other car and she stopped.
And there she goes. Come on now. There was a car behind us that wanted us to go. Where's that tire acceleration? Yeah, that's right. They drive down the middle of the road, Jules. That's what people do. Make a left turn from the right lane all day long. This car is like zooming up my butt.
Yeah, well, he wants you to speed up over 35 and...
Yeah, well, you know.
He can wait.
It says student driver, and trust me, he's close enough. He could read the registered trademark manufacturer.
He's missing a headlight
in China. All right, where's the turn signal?
Yeah, I wish she would put the turn signal on 1 more second sooner.
Yeah, we got us a little toot. They couldn't read the sign. They were too close. They were so close to the tree they couldn't see the forest.
Well, personally, I don't know. That turn wasn't that slow or that
Yeah, well,
I don't know. You get honked at and you're doing the speed limit and making a turn because that's where you're headed. That's his problem.
Well, honestly, and I'm the same way. I never paid much attention to that speed. I kind of just drove, it's 35 through here. When you have a Tesla and it's doing the traffic aware cruise control or whatever, it tends to stay. You find out where the speed limits are right, or what the speed limits are on sections of road you've been driving all your life. And so yeah, that person probably been up and down that road 1,000 times, you know, at 50 to 55 miles an hour. I mean, you come out of that traffic light, you get past the little gas station community center, you just shower down because it's 55 once you get past that hill, which is not true. It's 45, but you know, it does go up.
Right, well, it is a new change between South Park and the turn that we just made, that it was 45 and now it's 35 the whole way up to the thing. And you know, nobody ever likes it when a speed limit gets reduced on a road you've traveled for forever. I get it.
Yeah, but like I said, this is where the problem's going to be. It's not the people in front. It's not the people going cross traffic. That is not the problem.
Oh, how's she gonna do here? These cars are all the way off the road today. Well, she slowed up. I'm good with that. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't trust the other driver not to run me off the road into those cars.
Right.
I wish that they would not park them there.
Yeah, I'm still thinking before full self-driving comes out, we're gonna hear from Elon about the 3 rear view cameras, or the new rear view camera she ran off.
Oh, she ran off onto the grass. Whoa.
I'm slowing down.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I braked there at the end. My foot. I did that.
Oh.
Driver education teacher thing over here, and I used my brake against the floor mat.
That's right. Well, that was mostly a couple pretty bad interventions. Pulling out that first left turn was pretty bad, and trying to go around those cars at the parking lot, at the traffic light. That was a little rough.
Right, well, it's possible when she got up there, she would have realized she really couldn't do that and stopped.
Yeah.
But still, then we'd have been in the wrong lane.
Yeah.